Welcome to the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast, your one-stop shop for television, movie, video games, comic books, book reviews, and more. Now, without further ado, here's Steven and Mike.
Hello there. So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first.
Hey everybody. Sorry, I'm just laughing. Hey, welcome to the Two Geeks and a Microphone show. And if there's any moment that hello there at the beginning is so important, it is today's episode.
Yes,
hey, I'm your co-host, Mr. Stephen Boster, along with my good friend, Mr. Michael Shanks. Mike, say hey to everybody.
Hello there.
And as you can tell, we're laughing and we're talking today about, I couldn't believe it dropped this week. I had no idea it was going to drop this week, but the new Disney Plus series, Obi Wan Kenobi trailer, and we have to talk about it today.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wanted to go on Thursday, but somebody was busy and couldn't do it.
Right.
That's okay. That's all right.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
But yeah, the trailer dropped. I was totally shocked. I had no idea it was coming. I mean, we all expected something for the Super Bowl, and all we got was Ewan McGregor in some, I don't know, car commercial or some crap like that. And it's like, really? That's what we get?
Mm-hmm.
Disney, what the heck's wrong with you? So apparently
Right.
they decided to wait a little later. I guess they didn't want the hype to be lessened by the Super Bowl, maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
You know, I think it's just so expensive to do a Super Bowl commercial nowadays.
Yeah, like Disney can't afford that. They own half the world.
Right.
Come on. Really? Yeah. Okay. It's pocket change to them.
Everybody's on a budget.
Not Disney. Well, apparently Disney is on a budget, or at least the Kenobi series is on a budget. If you start going by fan reactions to some of the makeup results in this series, but
yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
So, everybody, we are excited to talk about the Kenobi trailer, and like anything else, I want to do for us a quick review. And then kind of get into more.
We're not rating the trailer
details. No, but I do want to say if there's certain things that we may like, we may start off with things that we liked and stuff like that. I'm glad we got the trailer. I'm very glad we got the trailer. Very excited. It's done exactly what a trailer does. And it's gotten me.
Rebel Force Radio uses a little clip from Saturday Night Live during their opening monologue or mantra, where you hear the guy from Saturday Night Live say, "I've seen Star Wars 500 times. I'm probably going to watch this trailer 500 times before the series is launched."
Yep. Hey, Brian. Good morning. Good morning to you. Brian says Disney agrees with you. Brian agrees with you. Disney has the deepest pockets. And also. Right. So, yeah. So, well, here's the dealio. So, Kenobi is my favorite Star Wars character. I love Kenobi. I mean, I come to appreciate Kenobi in the prequel trilogy, and I thought it was fabulous to see his growth and who he became and all that kind of stuff. And that Revenge, or the third one, Revenge of the Sith is my favorite. Is my favorite Star Wars movie, and I know you love Empire Strikes Back. I got it. It's okay. It's I love it that we can agree to disagree and have our favorites and still be friends. Look, so thank you for still being my friend.
It's not that I don't like Revenge of the Sith. Actually, I really enjoy that film. That's a great film.
Right.
I would probably say it's the best out of the prequels, honestly. Although I really like Phantom Menace. I know it has its haters. It really does. I think
Mhm.
Brian's one of them. but I actually enjoy Phantom Menace. I think it's fun. I think the worst out of the three is Attack of the Clones. Honestly, in
Oh.
fact, there was a period where I would have said Attack of the Clones is my least favorite Star Wars movie of all time, and
Mhm. Mhm.
now it's The Last Jedi. Last
Gotcha.
Jedi just it made Attack of the Clones look like a
Yeah. Well, yeah.
masterpiece.
Yeah. Yeah. We could get into that, but I want to make
Yeah,
sure we're talking
I
Kenobi.
know,
But yes,
I
yes,
know.
yes, yes. No, I started. It was like, oh yeah, Last Jedi. I didn't like blah 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 blah. I'm like, wait a
Yeah,
minute. No, we've already
yeah,
done
all
that
right. Yeah,
episode.
we've done that. But I will say this, I've always been a fan of Ben Kenobi. I mean, even as a kid, I liked Ben Kenobi in the, sequel trilogy I mean, in the original
Mhm.
trilogy.
Mhm.
However,
Mhm.
as a kid, he is just an old man, he's a crazy old wizard, you know, and I had this appreciation for him in the fact that he was Luke's mentor. And that's what I appreciated about him. I never looked at him as he's a favorite character. I just, I appreciated him because he is Luke's mentor and I'm a Luke Skywalker fan. But
Mhm.
you're right, when the
Mhm.
prequels came out, that just added so much more character to that, it just added so much depth to that character.
Mhm.
And I really, really come to appreciate Obi-Wan even more as
Mhm.
a character, and he has become a
Yep.
fan favorite of mine, um,
Mhm.
because of Ewan McGregor and his portrayal and how
Yep.
good he was. No matter how much you dislike the prequels, you cannot say that Ewan McGregor was bad. Ewan McGregor was
He was
fantastic.
great.
He was one of the best things about the prequels. Him
You
and
were my brother, Anakin. I loved you. Sorry.
I have the high ground.
I knew it was coming.
Gotta say it.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
I mean, we already got in the hello there, which you have to say hello there
Yes,
if you're talking about Obi Wan Kenobi.
that's right. That's right. All right, we better get into this trailer. Oh my goodness. This is what was your first impression on that trailer when you saw the trailer? Because I texted you. 'Kay, I texted you as soon as I knew about it, and I was like, "Kenobi trailer!" Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
But you had texted me. Another friend of mine sent me a Facebook message. I was at work. I'm like, I can't watch it right now.
Right. I knew
And
you couldn't.
plus, I'm like, I mean, I could, but I'm like, I'm not watching on my phone. I got to see Kenobi at home, on a bigger
Oh.
screen. I just
Mhm.
watching Kenobi on my phone. No, 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 no.
Mhm.
I'm glad I did
Mhm.
go home and watch it on the big screen. Um, Fantastic. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for this. I'll tell you
Mhm.
what, out of what we've got out of Disney so far, and I
Okay.
absolutely love The Mandalorian. I think it's a fantastic show.
Mhm.
Great, we had great character introductions in The Mandalorian. Lots of new lore for Star Wars. Loved it. Fantastic.
Mhm.
I love Boba Fett. I know there's some controversy around Boba Fett, and some of the fans don't like that he doesn't match what's in our head canons from the last 40 years. Um,
Right.
but I
Right.
really enjoyed Boba Fett. I thought it was great. And Boba Fett is one of my all-time favorite Star Wars characters.
Mhm.
But I saw this and I said, I think this is going to blow everything out of the water that they have done for Disney Plus Star Wars so far. I
Mhm.
I think this
Mhm.
this is gonna be, the thing that really hopefully really brings the Star Wars fans together. That's what
Yep.
I'm hoping.
Yep.
Oh, looks like
Brian,
Brian sent us a book.
right here, I'll put it on the screen and then go through it. And I want to talk about this. Brian says Tuesday was great because first I saw the Star Trek Strange New Worlds trailer, which I'm really excited for. We need to have a discussion about that,
Okay.
actually. And then I saw Kenobi's trailer and I was like, is it my birthday? LOL.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, Strange New Worlds looks interesting because that's Captain Pike story, I think is what that is. I mean,
Oh,
Brian, correct me if I'm wrong.
I haven't
So
heard about this.
the guy who was captain,
Right. Yeah, I know who Pike is.
yeah. So so that
He was featured in the rebooted Star Trek, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yep. Oh, Brian answered. Yes, it is. Yes. Yes, it is. Right. Before Kirk. Yeah. Gotcha. Oh, yeah. I didn't get that out. The captain.
Before Kirk.
And I didn't say anything. So, yeah. Thank you, Brian. Before Kirk.
Brian's here to finish our lines. Just to let everyone know, we had a meeting with Brian and Mark and Tito of Three Geeky Dads, and we are preparing to do 3D Geeky Dads crossover. So look out for. I think we're recording our first episode because we came up with ideas for 4 different episodes. So
right, we start with the first one next week.
Next week.
Join us next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Nice. All right, let's get back to Kenobi. So
yeah. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah, this is Star Wars talk, not Star Trek talk, Brian.
Yeah. I was right there with you, Brian. Sorry about that. Okay. I absolutely adored this trailer, and I agree with you. There are some incredible reveals in the trailer that make me want to see it even more. And I hear there's all kinds of Easter eggs and stuff like that, just in the trailer itself. So I'm excited for our discussion because I know you've always got the details on that. Brenda says, "I'm so excited to see Luke grow up." Yes.
Wait a minute, Luke grows up? When does Luke grow up?
Well,
I was going to go into Tashi Station and pick up some power converters.
It was neat to see him,
and I won't even talk about throwing the lightsaber across his shoulder.
Right.
Anyway.
All right. So how do you want to begin with the trailer? Should we bring it up on the screen and just kind of talk about it frame by frame, or what do you think is the best?
Well, the first thing we got to do is bring up this comment from Brian. He gets older, but he remains whiny. I love Luke, but yes, you're right. He does remain whiny. All right, go ahead, Steven. I'm sorry.
No. I say, how would you like to proceed? Do you want to just bring up the trailer, and not that we're playing the trailer, but we take it frame by frame, or how would you like to?
Well, the first thing I want to talk about the music. So when you play this trailer, the first thing you're going to get, you're getting Duel of the Fates for the soundtrack of this trailer. One of my all-time favorite Star Wars pieces. I absolutely love Duel of Fates. Agreed. I still remember when you and I, when watching the trailers for Phantom Menace over and over again, and just hearing that music, it blew us away. Again, one of my favorite Star Wars pieces of all time. I am so glad they used this. It was so good. And it's such a good, moment in Star Wars history. Again, whether you like the prequels or not, you got to admit that music is fantastic. It was a hit on MTV. How many times can we say that orchestral piece was a hit on MTV?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was huge. They played the video over and over on MTV. It was so weird,
Was that when they actually played videos in MTV?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For those of you who do not know, MTV used to stand for Music Television. I'm not sure what it stands for. I think today it stands for more sucky television. But it used to be Music Television, and they showed music videos. I don't look those up. If you're younger and you don't look those up. Anyway,
music videos still exist.
Not on MTV, they don't.
Hi, Megan. Thanks for your help today.
That was our moderator, Megan, chiming in.
Right on.
The disembodied voice. that you heard. So,
Well, or we can do that, or we can just talk about our favorite parts and talk about those. So, um, I I have to say, jaw dropping moments for me. Jaw dropping moments for me were seeing the Grand Inquisitor.
okay,
I was like,
let's get into it.
the Grand Inquisitor! I'm so excited. I was like,
I mean, we're
oh,
not just getting the Grand Inquisitor. We're getting like I forget
the
seventh,
fifth brother.
fifth
That looks like
brother
the fifth brother.
and the seventh sister, which by the way I have action figures for.
We're getting the seventh sister. I missed that.
Yeah, we're getting her too.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I thought we got a glimpse of her. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I
Okay.
thought I heard that we're getting the seventh sister. Anyway,
Very cool.
but we're definitely getting the Grand Inquisitor, and we're definitely getting fifth brother.
I was
Um,
very excited to see the Grand Inquisitor. We're now getting live action from
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 Rebels.
Rebels.
Right.
And I was like, oh, and I love those characters because that's where we see Ahsoka come in, and there's that big fight she has with the Inquisitors, and but seeing the Grand Inquisitor and the story behind the Grand Inquisitor, him being used to be a temple guard.
Right.
I was just like, what? This is gonna be great. Now, I do know that, and we probably should talk about this. I do know there's some people who are like, kind of like the whole Cad Bane situation. Well,
Uh-huh.
Cad Bane doesn't look like how he does in the TV show.
I can't do the voice from The Simpsons of the comic book guy. I wished I could do that voice. I cannot do it though. But yeah, that's exactly what's going on right now. We're getting a whole bunch of this. Well, he doesn't look like he did in the now. All right, I will give some credence to some of the complaints, only because the character that the Grand Inquisitor is, his race was established in Revenge of the Sith. When Obi Wan Kenobi goes to Kapow, I don't know the name of the planet where he flies that flying bird thing. When he goes there, the guys that come up to him, I call him old corduroy head because their face looks like it's all corduroy.
Oh, right. I know what you're
Right.
talking about. Yeah.
That is supposed to be the race of the Grand Inquisitor. So it has been,
okay. I never made that connection. Okay.
yeah, it has been done live action. It was done in Revenge of the Sith. So that's some of the big complaints from people is they're like, well, you already did it, previously. Why couldn't you repeat what had been done in Revenge of the Sith?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an answer for that. I don't know why they didn't go with the original design. Could be just creative control. Could be limitations of budgets. I know we just said Disney has deep pockets and owns half the world. I understand that. And I joke about that, but we do know the series has a budget and they have to follow the budget. So maybe they felt that they didn't want to put the money into that. I don't know. Is that an excuse? Probably not. But at the same time, honestly, I don't care. I mean, just give me the story and give me, a good story with it because guess what? The Inquisitors ain't going to last long anyway. They're going to die. Oh, spoiler alert. We all know they're going to die, so who really cares if they look exactly like I don't care. You know what?
Well,
I want you to spend the money on Grand Admiral Thrawn. That's where I want him to look right. The Inquisitors, they're secondary. Go back and watch Star Trek and look at the Klingons. Hello.
Well, here's my thing. I'm all about character, and just because they may look a little different, I'm like, whatever, kind of a thing. I will reserve judgment on that until May 25th.
Agreed.
And then once we see it, then I'll be like, okay, let's see how the actors did with the characters. And I tell you what, Grand Inquisitor looks menacing. Looks like he's really,
Yeah.
how shall I say, really giving into that character, the actor that's doing it. Now, I don't care. I don't care about how they look, because if that's what you're going to complain about, in my opinion, and this is probably one of the few times I'm going to kind of be mean towards others. If that's what you're going to pick out to complain about, you're just complaining. Your opinion's not worth anything.
I care more about what Obi Wan Kenobi looks like and what Darth Vader looks like.
Well,
They're going to be the most important characters in this. Honestly.
well, I just care about story and character.
Well, I do
You know
too.
what I mean?
Now, but I want Obi-Wan to look right. Now, if they come in and
Well-
Vader if they put some cheap mask on Vader and he looks goofy, yeah, I'm going to be
Well,
ticked
agreed.
off.
Agreed.
'Cause Vader
Agreed.
has to look right, and
Right.
he's got to look from that time period, and all that.
Mhm.
Again, those are the most important
Look,
characters.
if-
The Inquisitors are throwaways, they're going to kill them. They're
Well,
not.
see,
going
for
to
me, I
last.
think it's just if they're willing to give, you're seeing that they're trying to give some effort to continuity for those characters.
right, exactly.
You really are, and you know what, they're trying to, and they're trying to do a lot of things. Absolutely,
Sure. Sure.
Who knows? Maybe something that happens here makes them look thinner. I don't know. I'm just well, hey, in all fairness, when they did when they did Cad Bane and Boba Fett, Cad Bane is older now than what we saw him
Right.
in Rebels.
Exactly.
So they tried to put that into play a little bit too. So
Well, yeah, and if these characters are older too than what we saw in Rebels, so maybe that plays into it. I don't know. Again, I don't care. They look good enough for the show.
Look,
I'm fine.
we should
with
just be happy we're getting a live action Grand Inquisitor and the brother, the fifth brother.
it. I'll drink to that one.
Right on. Yeah, thank you. Hey, I got to put this in here. Brian states, he says, "Love that Filoni is bringing all his animated characters to life. Maybe we'll get Kanan Jarrus and eventually Ezra." Go ahead.
It's funny that you bring that up because I don't know how much control Filoni has over this. He's not the director on this one. I can't think of her name. Who was the director?
Mhm.
I think she directed one of the Boba Fett episodes though.
Mhm.
But she's not the director on this, and I don't know how much he's playing into the creative control of this series. So
Deborah Chow.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank
Thank you.
you. Right on, Megan. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan / Tito.
Very nice. Well, I thought that was great. I thought it was great to have him. I'm excited to see him. You know what else I'm excited about that's along with the Inquisitors is the rotating lightsabers.
Oh, that's
The
funny.
helicopter lightsabers.
Okay. They're cool, but let's face it, they are the Dollar General version of Darth Maul.
Yes.
See,
I
they
like
have
how
to
you
have-
said that.
They have to have a little device to make their lightsaber spin. Darth Maul actually has the skill and ability to spin his own.
Very nice. Very nice. I'll go with that. I like that.
They are nothing but cheap imitators of Darth Maul.
Well, they're not full Sith, though. The Inquisitors aren't.
No, they're not.
No.
Again, they're the dollar store version of Darth Maul.
No, now hang on a second. What's the lore of the Inquisitors? Because the Inquisitors are they Force sensitive, or are they Jedi who have turned, or
I think it's a little bit of well, I don't think they're Jedi that turned. I think they are Force sensitive. They are not full on Force users though. Because if they were, I think they'd be much more
Sith.
powerful. Yeah, they
Okay.
would be Sith. So I believe they're Force sensitive. I mean, if you go back to Heir to the Empire with Mara Jade. Now Mara Jade was a Jedi, so yeah, so she became a Sith. So yeah, I guess I can't use her as an example. But yeah, I think they are Force sensitive. So they might be able to use some Jedi tricks and traits, but they're not full on. They don't have full on. They can't do Darth Vader moves and stuff like that.
See, if I remember seeing something, I have not played through Jedi Fallen Order all the way through. But I do know in the story, one of the sisters who gets killed by Darth Vader used to be the Padawan of someone else that's in the story.
Oh, okay.
So, which makes me think, okay, well, maybe they were super force sensitive, but not quite Jedi level. Maybe it's hard to say. I don't
Well,
know.
quite frankly, I believe that Darth Vader is just using them anyway
He
because
is
he does not want these around, because if they are full force force
Sith.
users, if they're Sith,
Mhm.
then, well, it's hard to say Sith because you're not really a Sith until you have a master. Because remember, there are only two: a master and an apprentice.
Mhm.
So until they have a master, they're not fully a Sith anyway. So, but I mean, if they are full on Force users, then there's always that possibility that the Emperor is going to say, "Well, I want that one."
Right. Well, that was the whole thing with Darth
You will
Maul.
replace Darth Vader.
Right. I mean, you had Tyrannus, Darth Tyrannus,
Right.
and then all of a sudden here comes Darth Maul. Then here comes Vader. Yeah, I don't know. It's that whole rule of two is so interesting that the Emperor was always trying to find a replacement, or did Darth Vader and the Emperor really trust each other, or
Well, no, Darth Vader and the Emperor don't trust each other. That's the whole idea. Okay, go back and read the Darth Bane books, because that gives a good breakdown of the Sith. Read the Darth Bane books, the Darth Bane trilogy, which are fantastic, and then read Lords of the Sith, because Lords of the Sith is basically a full on adventure with Darth Vader and Palpatine. The only one where Palpatine actually goes with Vader, basically on an adventure, more or less. And you get the feel of what a master and apprentice Sith are, because the master is always testing the apprentice, and he's always threatening the apprentice that I can get somebody else. You are
Mhm.
never good enough. And the apprentice, in order for him to become a full-on Sith, he has to kill the master. And the master
Mhm.
knows this. So there's always tension between the two. This is just part of being a Sith. That's
Tell you what, it probably
who
keeps
they
you on
are.
your toes.
Heck
Always, you
yeah.
don't get, yeah, you're always trying to be better, and you don't rest on your laurels that you've made it.
And
Uh,
I kind of get the feeling that the Inquisitors, there might be some of that going on between Darth Vader and the Emperor, where the Emperor is like, "Oh, this could be fodder for a different apprentice in case you fail me. I
mhm.
can get rid of you, and I can take on one of these guys instead."
Mhm.
And then, of course, you got Vader going, "Yeah, I can't let one of these guys rise up, and
Mhm.
eventually he's going to kill them all." And
Gosh, what brutalness. What
that's part of being a Sith.
right,
That's what
right.
they're all about. They're all about
Uh
power. It's a
yep.
power structure.
All right,
Um,
here's Brian. Brian says Sith always seem to have an overinflated sense of power.
Mhm.
Unlimited power.
Power.
Thinking that there should be only two of them when there are hundreds or thousands of Jedi. How did they think they would ever come out on top? and then he
But they
says,
did,
and
and
yet
yet
they
they did.
did.
That's right. Palpatine has been planning that from the beginning. Again, read the novel uh, Darth Plagueis. Darth Plagueis.
Okay. Mhm.
Darth Plagueis. If you read that one, I personally think that enhances the Phantom Menace. Uh,
Mhm.
Disney did a stupid thing by throwing that out and saying this. It's
Hey,
not,
but it makes great headcanon.
yes, it does. Oh, it is my head canon. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the beginning of Palpatine.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was James Lucerne, right?
yes. Yep.
Yeah. That's
Luce.
the
Yeah, something
author.
like that. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I haven't reached
Yeah.
out to him yet. No, I don't think I did. I reached out
Oh,
to
I
a bunch of authors. So
yeah, I forgot to state that Brenda was calling him semi Sith.
Semi-Sith. Nice.
Okay, so another part was obviously the Inquisitors. I love the Inquisitors. Great jaw-dropping moment.
Yes.
Here's the other thing I'm really glad about. How shall I put this delicately? Get off of Tatooine. That's that. I guess that's the best way to say it. I'm excited that we're getting Space Hong Kong.
Space
kind
Hong
of
Kong.
a
I
thing.
like that. I like that. It does kind of look like Space Hong Kong.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
I love space westerns, and I think going to a new location that has that, that luminous, illuminated light city, kind of a thing. We're going to the big city, kind of a thing. But going to that location because it looks like he's there, so he goes off world, and I am thankful for it. I'm excited for it.
So in other words, you're saying this.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I'm excited that we get to see Darth Vader's castle
Yeah.
on Mustafar, and we
Yes.
get to see
We get to
the
see the Inquisitor's castle too.
yeah, what's that called again? The Inquisitorius or something?
Something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, where they do the training, which is which I'm excited to see that we're in different places. We're going to get to see more of that. Would tell me we're going to see more of Darth Vader's story because we
Honestly,
don't have.
when I first saw it in the trailer, at first I thought it was Vader's castle because they look very similar. Of course, then again, Vader's castle sitting in lava because it's on Mustafar, and this is in water. So it's actually supposed to be on a moon of Mustafar instead of on Mustafar. So, so we have one of those, we have one of those George Lucas. It's like poetry. It rhymes. I had to work it somewhere. Okay, wait a minute. I got to put this up.
Okay.
Oops. No, there we go.
No
Brian said no one expects the Imperial Inquisition. I love it.
Love it. Love it.
Monty Python jokes. Love them. If we're gonna go into Monty Python jokes, we could go back to Revenge of the Sith when Obi Wan cuts off Anakin's arms and legs, and we can have the Black Knight moment. It's just a flesh wound.
A flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound. We'll call it a draw.
Oh, that is one of my favorite scenes from that movie.
Absolutely love it. It's fantastic.
There goes Brian. It's just a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my goodness. Okay, tell me what your favorite parts of the trailer were. I've already given two, so
I just love seeing one. I love seeing Kenobi come in on on the EOP. That might sound weird, but I had flashbacks to the novel when I saw that because I was like, because in the novel there's a huge portion. I mean, not a huge portion, but it's made a big deal of how Kenobi gets this EOP. And he uses it for his transportation, and it turns out the EOP is pregnant and stuff. So I was like, I saw that and I thought, wow, are we getting moments of the Kenobi novel? I think it'd be fun if there was some moments from the novel.
What did John Jackson say? John Jackson Miller. Some people had asked him on Facebook, and he replied saying his novel takes place right after, Revenge of the Sith. And I'm sorry, Return to the Jedi, right? No, Revenge of the Sith. It takes place right after Revenge of the Sith, where the trailer makes it look like it's taking place 10 years after.
True. But I'm thinking we're getting flashbacks and stuff. So
okay,
I think we're gonna get the moment of him coming on to Tatooine. I think we're gonna get that moment. I'm hoping we get flashbacks to the Clone Wars. I would love to see some live action Obi-Wan in his General Kenobi Clone Wars armor, I want that. I want a live action Kenobi like that. Okay. And to see him and Anakin, live action Anakin, Hayden Christensen, battling together. And I want to get some of those brotherly moments that we just really didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they got developed really well during the Clone Wars, the Clone Wars animated series. I want to see that live action. Just give me a few moments of it, just a little taste of it, and I'll be satisfied. I'll be happy.
Where they were, where he remembers where they were working, living, side by side, and yeah.
So we get that moment when Ben tells Luke, your father was the greatest star pilot in the galaxy and a good friend.
Yeah.
I want those moments,
Want those, yeah.
If it's just a few little flashbacks, I'm fine with it. That's cool,
And
then I can't wait for Darth Vader.
Right. Now, if you go to Disney Plus, I went to Disney Plus last night hoping to pull the trailer from Disney Plus. But what's on there is Ewan McGregor's discussion about here's what's coming up. I think it was probably from whatever.
It was from
D23 or I
like
think it's
a year
D23.
ago.
Yeah. And but so I didn't get to see the trailer. I just went back to YouTube and, as you said, watched it on a big screen again, kind of a thing, not my phone. He stated in there, it was great to reconnect or, with Hayden again. And, and he gives that little wry smile and a little wink of, seeing them come back together again for the fans, and that reminds me, that's what's behind you. For those who are watching the video of this, behind you is the concept art of them meeting again, right?
Yes. I love that concept art too. That's fantastic.
It's really good.
Yeah, we're going to get that moment that Kathleen Kennedy said that there's going to be the rematch between. I don't know how you really call it a rematch though, because this happens before. I guess it's a rematch from Revenge of the Sith. So, I guess we get that moment. But I really believe that we will get those flashback moments with Hayden Christensen. Because as Anakin, I believe we're getting some Anakin moments. Why would you bring Hayden back if the only thing you plan to do is stick him in the Vader suit? They can put anybody in the Vader suit,
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping we get kind of
get him back just to put him in the Vader suit. That would be just completely ridiculous on Disney's part. So we have to get.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get back to tank moments.
Yeah, but again, you can put anybody in the back to tank.
No, because that way the whole thing is
a different actor in the back to tank in Rogue One. We got that moment.
Oh well, but here you'll know it's Hayden Christensen, kind of a thing. I want to get the moment in the.
Okay, so you're gonna bring Hayden back just to put him in a back to tank.
No.
Okay.
I think you'll get to see him. You'll get to see a lot more, but you'll get that. I'm hoping we'll get that. Plus, I hope we get another moment like in Rebels when he faced off with Ahsoka and half his mask was gone. You saw the eye, and stuff. I thought that would be cool. Would have that as well.
Okay, Brian had another comment. I always wanted to see Obi Wan tell Luke, "Sorry, kid. I just needed to ride to Mos Eisley. Your dad really was just a freighter pilot." Trying to give you my best Obi-Wan.
Yeah, you're getting there.
I think I'm going to get a lot of practice after May.
Right.
We'll see.
Do you think we'll get the Sam Witwer Kenobi, Darth Maul thing?
That's a question. Okay. Some people have been thrown out there. Do you think we'll get Darth Maul back?
Not for this one. If I think if it goes really well, if they do a first season, I'm hoping they do it. It goes really well. They do a second season, and then maybe at the end of that, you get Darth Maul.
I don't think we're getting more than one season. It says.
Okay.
It says it's a limited series. So
Oh,
I
okay. So
think
just once.
I think this is one and done, and I think Disney's serious that it's one and done. Maybe because Ewan McGregor might be expensive, you know. Again, I know deep pockets, but
Right.
I think
We're
I
on
think
the
he is.
budget.
I think he is a big paycheck though, for them. Uh,
Just because they have deep pockets doesn't mean they're not stingy.
well, this is true too. Yeah, very good statement, Megan. Very good statement. Oh, I like that. But I don't believe Darth Maul will come back either. I just threw that out because I know there's some talk of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the time period he could be in it because this is before what we see in Rebels. Because Rebels, we have the moment where Obi-Wan kills uh kills Darth Maul for the final time.
Right.
We have that moment, which happens on Tatooine, by the way. So the only way I think we could get Darth Maul, like you said, if there was more than one season, and maybe at the end of the series, Darth Maul would show up, and we could get that moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I don't think you bring Darth Maul and Darth Vader both in as bad guys. I think that's too much, and I think one draws from the other. I love Darth Maul; he's fantastic. He's one of my favorites again, and I love Darth Vader too. I don't know if I want them together unless they come together in battle. That's the only way I want to see them together.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But
Mm.
they screwed
That
that all up. They should have had them in the prequel trilogy. It should have been Darth Maul all the way up until Episode 3, and then there should have been a battle between Darth Maul and Darth Vader for who becomes the apprentice to the Emperor. That would have been the way I wrote the trilogy.
okay.
Damn.
Well, right. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So I want to come back to this whole Hayden Christensen thing because you're pretty. Sounds like you're pretty passionate about why would you bring him back if you weren't going to XYZ? What else? What do you predict? What do you think is going to happen? The reason why it's going to be Hayden Christensen coming back.
Well, I think we're getting those flashback moments that it is on my checklist. That is on my checklist. But I believe we're going to get it. To me, it does not make any sense to bring that actor back if you're just going to throw him in a Darth Vader suit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think you bring him back because you want the mask off of him. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I wonder if we're going to get the moment that Obi-Wan realizes, well, no, he knows. That's right. He knows in Episode 3 that he's Darth Vader because he sees the moment where he takes on the name of Darth Vader. So, yeah, okay. That
Right.
throws
But
that out.
maybe it's the moment where he realizes Anakin is no longer there. Remember, he's
More man than machine. He's twisted and evil.
I think you got that switched. He's more machine than man.
Oh, sorry. He's more machine. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Sorry.
That's all right.
He's more machine than man. Twisted and evil.
Yeah.
How's that?
And I like it. I like it a lot. So
Was that much more better?
oh, much more better. We're drinking. Hey, everybody, we're drinking now.
I got that worked in too.
Right on. I can't keep up. Now, what else were you excited about in the trailer?
Shoot, man, that whole trailer is just amazing.
Yep. Ooh, let me add what Brian says real quick. Brian said, speaking of Hayden Christensen, it can be the hyperbolic chamber like Vader was in ESB. Why can I not figure out what ESB is?
Empire Strikes Back. Really?
It's early with the suit but no helmet.
The greatest Star Wars movie of all time. Empire Strikes Back. Even Brian will agree with that one.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's Empire Strikes Back. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm
gosh.
just kidding. Okay, anyway, okay, continue on.
I
I'm
would
sorry.
love to see that actually. The chamber that when the Imperial officer walks in and the helmet is off, and you see the disgust on the Imperial officer's face, like, oh man, he's icky looking.
Right.
Look at all the acne on him. No, sorry.
All right, back to the trailer. Back to the trailer. Back to the trailer.
Eh, Steven?
Yeah.
Brenda
hear
said,
that.
even I knew that.
Well, Brenda, you can take my place then. No, I'm teasing. You can join in anytime.
And here's Brian. I do.
Yep. I'm going to be hearing this for a long time, I think.
Yeah. Revenge of the Sith is good. In fact, last night I was sitting there going, man, I want to watch Revenge of the Sith before Kenobi comes on.
Yeah.
And I want to watch the 4-hour supercut too.
Yes. Ooh, what a party that could be watching the 4-hour supercut.
That's so good.
Just if you guys don't know, several years ago there was somebody who they just
It was only a couple years. It was right after the last episodes of Clone Wars came out.
It was where they started, where the events of Clone Wars were mixing in with the events of Revenge of the Revenge of the Sith, and there was a fan who wove it all together timeline wise, so you could see one consistent story, and did a fabulous job.
Oh,
and yeah, so we have
even
that.
put in parts of the soundtrack from those episodes.
Soundtrack, music.
But yeah, man, fantastic cut too.
It was great.
I don't know if you can find it anymore though. I think he's pulled it down.
He has pulled it down.
The evil Empire Mickey Mouse probably threatened him or something.
Yeah, speaking of stinginess. No.
No kidding. They
Right?
should have just hired him is what they should have done.
Yeah. I tell you what, that's what we should do. We'll do a nice watch before sometime in May. We'll do a watch party.
I like that.
Kind of a thing.
Cool.
Ooh, maybe for our subscribers.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Right on. Join in. Ooh, that's a long.
Join us on Ko-fi.
Right.
We got a couple shout outs that we got to give too. Speaking of Ko-fi.
Go ahead.
We had a couple people buy us some coffees here in the last.
Yeah. Shout outs for supporting us.
So, I mean, first of all, we always have Angie. Angie's one of our mods, and Angie's been she's been a supporter for us since we started it. So thank you to Angie.
Yay, Angie! Woohoo!
Let's see, who else did it?
Brian did.
Yes, Brian did. Brian bought.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian. We had, I think his name is Raphael. Raphael, the Geeky Dad. He has his own podcast called The Geeky Dad. He bought us a coffee too.
Okay.
Thank you. I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. Raphael, I think it is, or Raphael. Which, by the way, that's my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Raphael. he rocks. And then Matt Hempel, my friend. He bought us a coffee too recently, and I think that might be it.
Oh, Brian says Raphael Moran. He says he's a good guy.
Cool. Yeah.
Right on. Yay. Thank you
to Ko-fi. Contributors.
Yep. And the other thing is we're trying to make that space better. So if you have any recommendations to help us make that better for those who are subscribing, we would love to hear your ideas. We want to make it worth your while because we really appreciate that you're supporting us in order to pay for all the things that you need to pay for to have a podcast.
Well, and last week we did record our first Ko-fi only episode. It is our new classic sci-fi series. It will be only available on our Ko-fi page. So if you subscribe to us over there, you can get that. We did our first episode on Logan's Run, the cult classic, sci-fi classic, Logan's Run, which is, I think, a great movie. I love it.
And you get to hear all Megan's thoughts because she read the book.
Right. Yeah. Megan read the book and she gave us all her thoughts between the book and the film. So please go over and subscribe and check that episode out. We had a great time recording it. And our second one, I believe, Steven, we said we're going to do Star Trek Wrath of Khan.
God, I love it. Right. So yeah, I'm excited about that one. That's actually my favorite Star Wars of the original.
What did you say?
I did say favorite Star Wars. My favorite Star Trek film.
Thank you.
Of the original cast, or of the
don't confuse the wars with Trek.
I crossed the streams. I'm so sorry.
That's a sin.
Right.
Sinner.
Right.
You heathen.
Brian did it. He put it on there.
Con.
I love it. Oh, it keeps moving.
I agree. That's my favorite of the original Star Trek movies. I'm not a huge fan of the originals, but if I have to pick one, it's going to be Wrath of Khan. Great.
Wrath of Khan was the best out of those. Yes. Maybe that's why he didn't know ESB.
Well, you're getting picked on today. I'm liking this episode.
I'm glad you're liking this episode. That's funny. All right. I'm sorry for those that are listening. Brenda states she commented maybe that's why Steven didn't know ESB.
That would be Empire Strikes Back, Steven. Just
right. Yes.
I love it.
I'm gonna hear that for every Star Wars topic episode we do from here on out.
At least for a little while.
All right. Well, hey, anything else about the trailer that you want to mention? The trailer did for me exactly what a trailer's supposed to do. It made me excited to see the show.
Is it May 25th yet?
I know, right?
I can't wait, man.
Right.
Oh, we should probably mention that there have been some not cancellations, but some moving around of DC movies, because
okay, some other news.
We had plans to record episodes for the Flash, the new Flash movie coming up with Michael Keaton. By the way, Michael Keaton's getting top billing in that movie.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
Good for him.
Which is hilarious because the 1989 Batman, Jack Nicholson had the top billing. So Michael Keaton finally gets it. I think that's hilarious. Anyway, it turns out that has been pushed back till 2023.
Oh,
yeah, I'm so bummed. I was so looking forward to this summer and having the Flash movie and having two Batmans in the Flash movie, because Ben Affleck's coming back to play Batfleck.
Is he really for the Flash movie?
Yeah, we're getting Batfleck and we're getting Michael Keaton both.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
okay,
both of the Batman. So we were supposed to get 3 different Batmans this year. It ain't happening now.
Right.
Which I'm bummed.
That's all right. 2023 will be a good year then.
Aquaman has been pushed back to 2023 also. It was supposed to be released.
Wow. Wonder why they're pushing everything back.
I don't know.
Man, that studio needs help. Warner Brothers needs help with the DC stuff big time. There's too many executives involved.
Black Adam is being pushed back, I think, till December, but we're still getting
this year.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
But I'm still excited about Black Adam. Looks good.
I'm excited about all 3 of those movies. Yeah.
The good news is Shazam got pushed up. So I think Shazam's going to be their summer release, where I think Flash was supposed to be the summer release, and I think now Shazam's going to be the summer release. So they did some swapping around here and there and stuff. So and Shazam looks good. I was looking more forward to Black Adam, but Shazam's going to be good. I'm excited about that one too. So
okay.
Unfortunately, they had some shuffling, and then we got tons of Marvel stuff coming out. So
Yeah. Well, Brian says real quick. Brian says, just discussing about Warner Brothers. He said, yeah, they do. Warner Brothers just need to stay the hell away from DC.
Who's going to take it over there, Brian?
Well, let DC do it. I mean, Kevin Feige was running the
Oh.
whole Marvel studios, so let the, I think
don't know. I think they're just as messed up. I think DC's their hierarchy is just as messed up as Warner Brothers is. So,
okay,
just DC, just fix your problems.
right.
As much as I love DC, man, they screw everything up. Oh shoot! Did I say that on the air?
I think you did.
Aquaman was pushed back due to COVID-related production delays in the visual effects department.
Okay.
Well, some people work from home with their computers.
I just
I know. I'm just kidding.
She's just reading the article.
That's not directed towards you. That's not directed towards you, Megan. I'm sorry. No.
I don't care if you get COVID. Work from home, damn it. Slacker. Right. To quote the principal in Back to the Future, slacker. Get to work, McFly.
All right. Well, hey, we're kind of wrapping up here, everybody, because we are going to come back shortly to do a second show today on
Peacemaker.
I said
it right? It's Peacemaker, not Peacekeeper, right?
It's Peacemaker. Right.
I keep messing it up for some weird reason. I keep saying Peacekeepers. No, it's not Peacekeeper. It's Peacemaker.
It's Peacemaker. So we're excited about talking about that because Mike finally finished it. I have seen it one time for sure in bits and pieces because Troy likes to see bits and pieces of it. There's some parts I'm like, turn your head, close your eyes, close your ears.
Nice. What was Brian's last comment here?
I'll put it up. Brian says, no superhero ever amounted to a hill of beans in the history of Gotham City.
Okay.
I'm not sure I'm following, Brian. I'm so
not
sorry.
Either. There's this guy, they call him the Batman.
He made me reference.
There's another one that became Nightwing. Anyway.
All right. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us for this episode for talking about the trailer. We didn't go super into details and on some of the details on there because we wanted to talk about, what we liked about it and being excited about it and just sharing along with you guys about it. Mike, Mike's giving a nod.
I was nodding to Brian. He did respond, and now I kind of get him. Okay. He was responding to my comment about the principal from Back to the Future.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. Sorry, the joke went totally over my head. I apologize. It would have been funnier if I would have gotten it, but I didn't get it. Sorry.
Yep.
That was good. That was actually good. Anyway, sorry.
No, that's okay. So real quick, we've already talked about some of the things that are happening and going on, and we want to also tell you, don't forget to check out our website, 2geeks, the number 2, geeksmike.com, 2geeksmic.com. And
MIC, never mind.
I know I want to do that every time I'm spelling it out, and then from there you can go to our merch page and also to our Ko-fi page as well. If you want to support us, again, we're doing extra stuff for those that support us. We're trying to just as ways of saying thank you, and so we are providing more for those that support us. If you want to contact us, you can contact us at show@2geeksmike.com. And if you just want to email us. And all right, so with that, Mike, I'm gonna send it off to you to close us out, and then we'll take a short break and then we'll come back to talk peacemaker.
Well, with that said, over and out. May the force be with you. Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then,
May the force be with you.